Hello and welcome to another update video about Fantom. The FTM chart currently is rallying in 3 waves. Okay, so we only have a 3-wave move to the upside from the October 2023 low. The microstructure isn't very clear, so I will zoom out. The main problem with this chart is that the move to the downside that occurred between November 21 and the October 23 lows, it can be interpreted as a 5-wave move to the downside. So it could easily be the yellow count in which we have 5 waves down and now we have 3 waves up and we reached even a target zone, yeah, which normally in such an ABC structure the C wave would reach. So from here we could easily see a breakdown. Do I expect that? Not in a bullish market. I mean, with breakdown I mean the continuation, let's say, of a bear market in a 3rd wave to the downside, 4th wave to the upside, and 5th wave to the downside. That is sort of what this chart allows for, to, as interpretation, that we say, okay, wave 1 to the downside, wave 2 to the upside. This is a resistance area, and then a 3rd wave down, and so on. This is definitely something to watch, and it's not anything I primarily follow. Okay, it's not anything I primarily follow, but we always need account for risk management. But I think it's worth understanding that the rally could simply be an ABC structure. That's possible. I mean, if that ABC structure completes all of wave 2, or if the ABC structure completes only a larger A wave and we get a deep pullback in wave B, that's not possible to determine at this stage. But it certainly has fulfilled requirements. I think that's what I want to communicate. It has fulfilled requirements for a C wave because it reached the 100% Fibonacci extension level. We talked about that in the last video as well. That's a key level. So in an ABC structure, I mean, regardless of whether this is part of a larger A wave or if it is part of the yellow wave 2, which would be quite bearish, it has fulfilled minimum requirements from a Fibonacci point of view. It reached the 100% extension level, and a C wave often reaches that level, sometimes or often even a little higher. So the next upside level to watch would be $1.42 and then $1.69. This is something to watch in wave C of 2. Before we dive into the micro count, let me talk about the bullish case as well, which is what I'm following unless we well, there are certain parameters which we're talking about, but yeah, as long as the bull market is active, and that depends to a degree on Bitcoin as well, it should follow the white count, even though the microstructure isn't very clear. But also the white count, which suggests a 5-wave advance, possibly a rally to new all-time highs, even that 5-wave move, there are clear parameters that need to be reached for the next step to be fulfilled. So instead of an ABC structure, we could say this was a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a 3rd wave rally. But for a reliable 3rd wave, especially in crypto, I needed to reach the 138% Fib extension of wave 1, and that's at $1.69. This is what I really needed to reach. And then a wave 4 pullback support area can be added to the chart. It would be too early for that right now. Okay. So at the moment, I can't really give you a support for wave 4 because we haven't fulfilled requirements for wave 3. Hope that makes sense, yeah? So I wouldn't count, if we break down now, this would not be a 3rd wave top. So therefore, I'm not gonna say this is a 3rd wave. It would need to, it can be, potential is there, and I gave you just some clear parameters to watch and next upside targets. I will also tell you when I will assume that this structure is breaking down, but let's first see what are the next upside targets. As I said, $1.41 is the next upside resistance, and then for a 3rd wave to be reliable, I need to see it reach $1.69, and then possibly even a bit higher if it needs to, or if it can. If the bulls are strong, the next upside level, and that would not be unusual in a 3rd wave, that would be $1.89. Next is the 78.6 Fib retracement. And the $2.25 level is the 1.618 extension, also not uncommon for a 3rd wave. Here again, the comment that as long as the 3rd wave is extending, well, the third wave, I think, or I should rather say, the mindset needs to be in a third wave that it can extend. So we shouldn't really guess where a third wave ends, okay? But I just give you the ideal levels, and they are $1.69 and $2.25. Anything above that starts to get extended, and that is common in crypto. And the support area for wave 4 will have to be moved up with the price if the third wave goes higher. I can give you an area, let's assume the price gets to around about $1.69. What would be the support area for the fourth wave? It would be between 73 cents and $1.13. It is now, but it's not really, it is a support area, but I wouldn't call it a wave 4 if the price dips into this region. That's the best support I can offer right now because the microstructure is rather unclear. And that's probably the nearest support between 89 cents and 62.3 cents. Yeah. So I take the entire distance of this move to the upside, and this move to the upside can continue as long as the 50% fib level is holding, and it could continue even as an impulse. So, but yeah, that is the support area right now. I will have to adjust the support if the price forms or creates the minimum or fulfills the minimum requirements for that third wave. That also gives you at the same time the level that needs to be broken for me to confirm that we're breaking down from the structure and that either wave C is finished in yellow or, well, depending on how high we go, but at the moment I wouldn't call this a third wave. So it would likely be a C wave that finishes, and then we need to think about, okay, what is the bigger picture? Is it a larger ABC or whatever? But first of all, for this immediate rally to continue, the 62 cent level is the critical support. That tells you a lot about the risk because there's substantial drawdown needed to confirm that this immediate rally is over. You might even say, okay, that's too far away. So what's really the nearest support? To be honest, it's these swing lows here, and they are not too far away from 62 cents anyway, and they are in the support area anyway. So if we get a break below those swing lows at 72.4 cents, that would be an additional indication for a top, but then we're already in the support area. So that's sort of how I see this. At the moment, the pullback looks corrective though, and that means trend continuation to the upside is preferred, either from here or from the support zone. But I don't see at the moment, I don't see a clear setup for a trade here. Nothing, at least from an Elliott wave point of view. So, it hasn't really pulled back enough for a reliable or for an interesting trade from a reward to risk point of view, in my opinion. Because consider, where's the support area? Where's the next resistance level or even the next target for a third wave? Even if you trade it for a third wave, the support level, is quite far away, and the upside target for a third isn't too far away. So you don't have a great reward to risk balance here at the moment. But if the price dips into the orange support region, I think it could get interesting. Yeah, I'll keep you updated about Fantom. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.